I do hope the Knights of Favonius are all working hard.
Tadi kenapa gelap ya?
Did something terrible happen again?
Have you heard?
Let's go.
The right.
Mau story-nya doi nih. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Jean bertemu dengan Jean. Tebang pohon.
Where am I going to go?
Oh, that doesn't sound very good.
Gak harusnya. Pakai acara di private segala, streamingnya siapa yang nonton? Lucu banget dah. Allah, gagal. Keren.
I wonder when I'll be as tall as my big sister.
Kita ke.
Please be quiet within the premises and refrain from making a racket.
Aku error lagi, udah public. Terus lock, mau ganti dulu, bentar. Gaming dulu.
All the standing around is making me so sleepy. Go, Barbara, go!
Thank you for coming on such short notice, Honorary Knight. I know you must be busy. Well, to make a long story short, there's a particular matter at hand that the Knights requires your assistance with.
Bentar. Singkat cerita, para Knight memiliki masalah khusus memerlukan bantuanmu.
Yes, it has been one thing after another recently. Neither myself nor any of the Mondstadt garrison are able to catch a moment of peace.
Ya, belakangan ini selalu aja masalah. Aku maupun bagian pertahanan Mondstadt tidak beristirahat sedikit.
I have recently received multiple reports from the Knights of someone within the Lawrence clan having close dealings with the Fatui.
Oh, jadi Lawrence ini ada hubungannya dengan Fatui kah?
The Fatui? Again?
Again?
But who are the Lawrence clan?
The Lawrence clan.
There was a dark period in Mondstadt's history when the aristocracy ruled over the city. The hard-won freedom that followed with the fall of Decarabian was lost once again as slavery spread throughout the land.
Masa lalu Mondstadt pernah mengalami masa kelam karena diperintah oleh para bangsawan. Kebebasan diperoleh dengan sesal payah dari jatuhnya Decarabian hilang sekali lagi karena sistem perbudakan yang menyebar seluruh bangsa. Oh, di setelah Decarabian si Lawrence itu.
The first Dandelion Knight, Vanessa, spearheaded the revolution that overthrew the old aristocratic system and established the Knights of Favonius, leading Mondstadt to become the city that you see today. The aristocrats that had oppressed the people of Mondstadt were none other than the Lawrence clan.
Oh, Paimon gets it! So the clan's descendants are now scheming with the bad guys to carry out more dubious deeds.
We suspect as much, though we have yet to obtain any solid evidence. The reason I summoned you here today is to ask you to help us further investigate this matter. Unfortunately, the Knights of Favonius and the aristocracy have been at odds with one another for as long as I can remember.
Berselisih. Selama yang bisa gue ingat.
We've already considered every possible way of resolving our differences, but it seems the descendants of the aristocracy remain antagonistic towards the Knights. No matter what stance we take when dealing with them, the outcome is always the same. Our efforts only result in adding more fuel to the flames. We could come knocking on their door on the grounds of a search warrant, but if the investigation were to come up empty, I'm afraid tensions and distrust would only increase.
Bisa saja kami datang mengetuk pintu mereka dengan membawa surat perintah penggeledahan. Tapi ternyata kami tidak melakukan apa-apa, hanya mendengar ketegangan dan ketidakpercayaan. Betul.
All of our past efforts would have been wasted.
Jadi semua upaya kami sebelumnya akan semakin sama. Tapi sebagai honorary knight, secara teknis aku tuh juga termasuk para knight.
You are in fact the best candidate to represent the Knights of Favonius.
Lah, best candidate bisa aja, Jen.
But you need not emphasize your role as the honorary knight. You're a traveler from a distant land, and you can approach the aristocrats in this way.
Kamu tidak perlu menekankan identitasmu, betul.
Once you come to friendly terms with the Lawrence clan, you should be in a good position to learn more of their possible connections with the Fatui.
Setelah klan Lawrence menerimamu, berarti kamu sudah berada di posisi yang bagus.
Whoa.
Siapa lagi?
Leave it to Master Jean to come up with such a thorough plan.
Nggak, maaf dulu ya. Wow, Master Jean memang hebat. Bisa membuat rencana yang begitu detail.
Perhaps such plans have become second nature after all the diplomatic issues I've dealt with. The name of the Lawrence clan member in question is Schubert. Lately, he can often be found strolling near the northern city walls.
Nama anggota klan Lawrence yang kami curigai Schubert. Dia sering terlihat berjalan-jalan di sekitar tembok. Oh, itu
It is said that he is difficult to get along with due to his temperamental disposition, but if we approach him calmly, then things should go off without a hitch.
Aduh, jawaban template. Nggak mau yang ini ya. Emang lo babu. Harap semua akan berjalan lancar. Terus kita kabur nyari
Thanks
sang
again for
kakak.
your help. If you run into any snags along
gua
the way,
nggak minta-
I'll do
gua
anything in my
kagak
power
mau
to support
bantuin,
you.
GR banget. Kok kagak menawarkan diri? Berterima kasih aja lo. Terima kasih. Aku pasti akan membantu sebisaku. Faktanya cuma Lumin doang yang ngebantuin, sayang. Wih, ombak tidak akan kembali ke laut. Pakai bahasa Inggris aja kan ya? Gak enak bacanya. Wait. I need to change the language ke bahasa English. Nah. Sip, got it. Look for the... Aduh, gak terbiasa sih. Yaudah. Look for the former aristocrat. Udah kebiasaan pakai bahasa Indonesia kalau main Genshin. Pas ganti bahasa Inggris aneh banget. Yuk, let's go. Kenapa? Oke, biar seakan-akan kayak yang dibabuin. Anjay. Apa sih? Look for the former aristocrat. Iya terus. Sambil pohon dulu.
Huh? Who are you?
Who are you?
Hello. We're here to...
You're here too.
Hello?
Hello. Yeah, what's wrong?
What's wrong? Did you just say what's wrong? Huh. And I suppose you think that you can simply strut up here and greet me in such an ignoble and vulgar manner?
Tipikal bangsawan yang gila hormat ya pasti.
Given that I don't recognize you, I can only assume that you are a traveler of some variety.
Right.
I'll have you know that you are speaking with the Schubert Lawrence, a blood descendant of the magnanimous nobility.
Kalau misalkan turunan Lawrence itu punya masa lalu yang gelap, tapi dia seakan-akan dia bangga sama keturunan Lawrence. Why?
If you wish to address me, you'd best consider your words more carefully. Such nonchalant manners are inadmissible and will never do.
You say this.
Now, if you're somehow capable of understanding anything I've said, then you will get down on your knees, apologize for your negligent actions, and give me a proper introduction. That is the appropriate etiquette.
Wah, lebih parah dari teasernya si Eula.
That's etiquette? Paimon's never heard of something so complicated before.
Tahu ribet lu, pantas dijauhin orang-orang.
In former times, when people knew their place and respected traditions, such conduct was only basic courtesy when greeting a nobleman.
Such conduct was only basic courtesy when greeting a nobleman.
And neglecting your manners would result in a swift whipping. Look at the world now. Rules have been thrown to the wayside and manners forgotten. I cannot bear to see such degradation.
It's no wonder the aristocracy fell.
What did you say? You dare question the dignity of the nobility?
Di sini luminnya agak frontal ya.
I'll have you know that though the Lawrence clan is in decline, myself and others of noble blood are looking for a chance to restore our rightful honor.
I'll have you know that though. Oh, dia tahu. Looking for a change. Ya lo kalau mau restore honornya, ya kagak usah nunjuk-nunjuk orang.
Just look around. The people are unruly and undisciplined. I, however, strive to retain the elegance and etiquette of the nobility. After all, we are of a completely different breed by birth.
Unruly and undisciplined. I haven't even anything.
Save your words. I find your manners and bearing repulsive. I have nothing to discuss with the likes of you. Besides, I am in no way obligated to instruct commoners on basic courtesies.
Besides, I am in no way obligated to instruct commoners.
Now I have more pressing matters to attend to. I'll take my leave.
Paimongnya kesel tuh. Injek-injek tanah. Padahal dia terbang.
So this is what Master Jean meant by difficult to get along with. Let's head back and talk things over with her.
Iya, kayaknya tuh orang-orang bangsawan tuh pada sombong. Dia punya titel, punya nama. Turunannya, istilahnya ya bangsawan lah. Basically. Pantes lah berselisih mulu sama si Knight Favonius. Gak heran. Dia ngajarin etiket, dianya nunjuk-nunjuk orang. Apa sopan begitu kah?
Well, if it isn't the honorary knight, I'm just on my way out to gather some intel. I didn't expect to run into you here.
Just my one outfit.
Huh? Judging by your expression, you must have run into some trouble. Master Jean tasked us with a special assignment, but things seem to have run aground for the moment.
It's a long story.
No need to get down on yourself. Sometimes things just don't turn out as planned. Even I can't guarantee useful intel every time I'm dispatched.
Even I can't guarantee useful intel every time I'm dispatched.
You just have to keep at it and never give up.
Thank you.
Hey, why don't you let me try to help? What's the problem? Master Jean asked us to build a connection with someone named Schubert Lawrence. But it turns out that he's a peculiar character that doesn't listen to anyone, especially Paimon. Aha, Schubert! I know him. Let me guess. He said you didn't have any manners.
Sounds like you're no stranger to his runs.
I've been on the receiving end of his lectures many a time. The Lawrence clan can be very particular about such things.
You mean everyone in the Lawrence clan is just a big headache?
As aristocrats, they believe there should be a certain distance between themselves and common folk. I understand their thinking, but that's just not how things are anymore.
Betul.
However, there is one exception among the Lawrence clan, my good buddy, Eula.
Cie. Sahabatnya Eula.
Buddy?
Buddy?
That's right. Not only is she from the Lawrence clan, but she's also captain of the Knights of Favonia's 4th company.
How could member of Lawrence clan join?
Eula is special. She's not quite like the other members of her clan. She has her own beliefs and it shows. In other words, she doesn't really adhere to the strict rules and conventions of her family. However, she's still quite knowledgeable about dealing with the Lawrences. I'm sure you'll see what I mean if you meet her.
That's strange. If Eula is a member of the Lawrence clan, then why would Master Jean choose us for the task? Couldn't she just ask Eula?
Betul.
Well, it's a little complicated. Basically, the Lawrence clan has frowned upon the fact that Eula joined the Knights. Her family members don't particularly care for her. In their eyes, Eula is nothing but a traitor to the family.
Aww. Kasihan Eula. Sounds quite the character, I guess.
She's very easy to get along with. Just explain the situation, and I'm sure she'll help you come up with a way to get along with Schubert.
Just explain the situation.
In fact, I think she's out in the wilderness on patrol this morning. You should be able to find her around Storm Bear Mountains.
Aduh, jauh banget. Ngapain dia kesana?
Thanks, Amber. All right, you heard her. Let's go find Eula.
Alright, you heard her. Let's go find Eula.
Good luck, you two. I've got my own matters to investigate.
Got my own matters to investigate.
Who would have guessed the Knights have a member of the Lawrence clan?
Guess.
Well, if you want to learn about the conduct of the Lawrence clan, who better to ask than one of their own family members?
Mana nih? We'll go next. Aku painkan dulu ya. Oh banyak painkan di sini, baru tahu. Lumayan buat masak. Oh di sini ada lagi. Oh nih wortel. Lumayan buat masak. Butuh masak nih. Let's go. Gak ada DPS.
Fatui! What are they doing here? Is that why Eula was sent on patrol here? Let's fight first and talk later!
I see through you.
Incinerate!
Right!
Well, neither can I. Don't feel joy.
Shield apa itu? Baru lihat. Oh. Ini dari skill Geo Fatui sama itu zombie. Iya kah? Baru lihat. Oi.
I will have order.
Let the show begin.
Unfortunate fault.
Go his way!
Gather.
Shouldn't get careless.
Bisa diangkat gini. Gitu coba. Pertama kali tuh ngangkat pakai ijen. Yalah, susahnya kayak.
La 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 la.
Stay
I'll protect us.
Motion to compel!
Belum ada es loh.
Order guide you.
Ini kecil banget nih. Ganti. Gak bisa di gue kayaknya. Itu partinya party buat itu name card, yang ngumpulin friendship XP. Gue ganti dulu ya. Jadi nggak jelas urutannya. Ini sebenarnya pengen dijadiin DPS, cuman belum selesai di build, belum nyari itunya juga. Apa namanya? Belum nyari artefaknya. Kayak ini aja kali ya. Ya udah. Ini ada friendship XP nggak sih? Nggak ada ya? Kosong.
Stabilize.
Sekejap. Buset. Gun Genshin when
You don't think twice before reaching for your sword, do you? Do you have any idea how long I've been tracking these targets? And now you get to stake a claim. You think you're stronger because you got to them first? Mark my words, vengeance will be mine.
yang nggak mau
What?
kalah gitu ya. I'm sorry.
That's right. I heard the commotion and came as swiftly as I could, only to find you two already fighting the Fatui. Not only that, you are making quick work of them too. If I didn't make my move, you would have been able to take all the credit.
Ya elah mbak. Gini amat.
Still, I'm glad you're
Glad you're
unscathed.
unscathed.
Confronting that number of Fatui at once can be dangerous.
I'm quite used to fighting the Fatui. I know. Ini aja.
Sorry, Paimon doesn't understand what you mean, but thanks for your concern.
Di auto aja deh.
Concern? Why would I be concerned for the safety of my arch enemies?
Arch enemies? Wait a minute. You were saying how glad you were that we were unscathed a second ago.
By which I meant, if you were injured, I'd have to escort two strangers guilty of stealing my targets all the way back to Mondstadt.
which would mean you'd cause me even more trouble. My vengeance would be swifter still.
Huh? So that's how you see all this?
Yes, that's me.
That's me.
Paimon thinks she's pretty strange. Although at least we can communicate with her.
You dare to call someone you've just met strange? Forget the aristocracy. That's rude even by normal standards.
Apa Anda?
Speaking of which, how do you know my name?
This is the honorary knight of the Knights of Favonius. And speaking of rude, we're trying to investigate an aristocrat named Schubert Lawrence. He's so obsessed with etiquette that he's not even willing to speak with us.
I understand now. That's my uncle, all right. But why do you mean to investigate him? I see. You have some nerve to faming a family member right in front of me. I will have vengeance for this too.
No. This is an assignment from Master Jean. It's just an investigation, that's all.
To the everyday citizens of Mondstadt, everyone in the Lawrence clan is scum. It's natural for rumors and unwarranted gossip to lead to such suspicion.
Hard to avoid such a reputation when you're known as the ruthless rulers of Old Mondstadt.
Oh, so that's what you think of me? Yet another transgression to avenge.
But didn't you say it first? Oh.
Curious. We've only just met, and you've already given me 3 causes for vengeance. It's been a while since I've encountered anyone as interesting as you. I assume you need me to teach you the conduct of the Lawrence clan. Only then will you finally be able to communicate with my uncle, correct?
That's right. Amber told us to come and talk to you.
Well then, let's begin your training immediately. It'll be easier to train when we're back in Mondstadt. We'll require other people. We can put that aside for now. Besides, if it's the acting Grandmaster's assignment, and Amber's the one who recommended me, I should comply.
Paimon's confused. This girl's all vengeance this and revenge that. But she doesn't seem the least bit angry.
Bener juga.
Still, Paimon has met bigger weirdos before.
Masih ada chest di situ. Agak lengkap. Bawa aja nih, nggak kelihatan di streaming. Udah lama tidak mendengar suara itu. Suara chest terbuka. Mengut bentar. Udah. Oke, let's go. Vengeance will be mine. Ya, nggak bisa foto. Tadi mau foto sama Diluc.
You finally arrived. There's no time to spare, so we'll begin with our first lesson.
Wait, hold on. There's something we need to clear up first. Otherwise, it'll keep bugging us.
It's all about all that vengeance.
So that's still on your mind, huh? Maybe you're the ones who can't let things go. Don't worry, there's a time and place for exacting vengeance. Besides, I'm not in the mood for any right now. Best save it for later.
You need to be in the right mood for vengeance.
I already have a long list of vengeance to exact. Even if I wanted to begin now, I'd have to start in the right order. Who knows how long it will be before I get to you?
Well, if you have so much to take care of, wouldn't it just be easier to give us a clear clean slate?
Absolutely not. Stealing my targets, calling me a ruthless ruler, and suspecting my uncle. All worthy of vengeance in my eyes. But you needn't worry, at least not whilst we're investigating this matter. I'm sure you're familiar with the phrase, a man of moral integrity fears no slanderous attack. If Uncle Schubert didn't commit any wrongdoing, then any such investigation will prove fruitless. But if he did commit a wrongful act, then he should bear the full punishment. I'm sure you understand. Good. Now, there are two key points that aristocrats attach great importance to: your manner of speech and your bearing. Let's begin with your manner of speech. Aristocrats have a very unique way of carrying conversation, even with mundane daily topics.
Oh, Paimon's already learned some unique conversation. Mark my words, vengeance will be mine!
Not even close. And besides, it sounds strange.
Hey! Paimon learned it from you! And didn't you say not to call others strange? It seems you don't respect the rules of your own clan.
No, I've no need to trouble myself with such frivolous formalities. Here, allow me to demonstrate. For example, when greeting a friend, you could say, "As the morning dew greets the coming dawn, so do I greet you, my dear friend."
Kayak sastrawan aja.
As
Puitis
the morning
banget.
dew does what now?
However, such a phrase may only be used during the morning hours. Also, the party with whom you're speaking must be of approximately the same status as you. Morning dew is not uncommon, so it expresses that friendship should not be measured by value, yet also suggests that friendship between aristocrats is pure like water. Oh, no. You must be prudent with your words. Calling someone a good friend could easily offend them.
But didn't you just say my dear friend in your example? Paimon's confused.
Yes, I did. But you must know in the Lawrence family, dear friend is a set phrase that can only be used towards certain friends with whom one is acquainted, but not particularly close. It sounds much more pleasant to call an acquaintance a dear friend. So another thing to remember, aristocrats are concerned with face and being polite. However, if you were to use dear friend to address an intimate friend, the recipient would think that you were deliberately trying to estrange them. This is only the first step in making a greeting. After addressing one another, you then exchange courtesies.
Wait. This is all too abstract. Perhaps it would be better if you gave some real-life demonstrations.
Ah, very well. Come with me. We'll choose some bystanders to converse with.
Nyontohin ke siapa? Kan juga aneh, pikir si Norman lagi.
Oh, you're Eula of the Lawrence clan, right?
Udah buruk
This
impresinya.
can't be good.
This can be good.
You there, lowly laborer. You stand in the presence of a member of the illustrious Lawrence clan. I have words for you. Please acknowledge the glory bestowed upon thee by the nobility... What comes next? Oh, right. By solemnly kneeling to the ground with utmost sincerity.
Huh? I can't make heads or tails of anything you're saying.
Hold on. What did they always teach me? Whenever a dispute arises, protection of your family's prestige and dignity always takes precedence. Got it. As a lowly commoner, you shall maintain absolute reverence when speaking with those under which you so graciously toil. How dare you speak in such a manner?
Is everyone from the Lawrence clan so strange? The days of the Lawrence clan's tyranny have long passed. I don't care what you're trying to do. Just beat it. Like I said, I don't care what you're doing. I have nothing to say to any member of the Lawrence clan. And here's a word of advice. I wouldn't be caught dead walking too closely with any one of their like in Mondstadt. If that's all, I'll be going. I'm afraid I won't be able to control myself if we talk any longer.
Hey! Don't leave! Halt! Mark my words, vengeance will be mine!
Wow. The Lawrence name really does carry a terrible reputation.
Never mind him. I could have predicted as much. Let's find someone else.
Kayak official versi bangsawan. Official kayak gini ngomongnya ribet. Leno baru dengernya Leno.
You there, lowly toiler. You stand in the presence of a member of the illustrious Lawrence clan. I have words for you. Please acknowledge the glory bestowed upon thee by the nobility, and solemnly kneel to the ground with utmost sincerity. Huh? Why don't you respond? According to the custom, I must wait until you kneel completely before I can say the next words. Right. I mustn't look at you too long, or I'll be drawing more attention to our difference in status. Oh dear, I've already stared at you for quite a while. Fine. You may spare yourself the formality of kneeling, as it may be a little inconvenient. I shall continue. Oh, wait. I think there's a line for people with rude attitudes in this situation.
Hey, stop bothering me or else I might say something you wouldn't like to hear. Then again, I've got no words for anyone from the Lawrence clan.
Again? What's with this attitude?
It's got fast.
Yes, I don't think his attitude will change. If I keep grandstanding like this, the outcome won't be good. Let's try to find someone else to talk to.
Masih belum nyerah.
I'll remember your unwillingness to comply. Mark my words. Vengeance will be mine. You there, lowly worker.
Openingnya lowly worker. Nggak sopan. Ngajarin etik.
Yeah, I've already heard it all before. Look, just spare me the time. Our answer's always the same. We've got nothing to say to the likes of you. Seriously, can't you just take a hint?
Please calm down. We don't want to cause any trouble.
I know she's a knight of Favonius, and that the knights wouldn't misplace their trust, but the name Lawrence carries too much weight with it. Even to this very day, the descendants of the Lawrence clan are still scheming to reclaim Mondstadt and reinstate their aristocratic rule. And if that wasn't enough, here you are purposefully using their awkward way of speaking just to put on an act? Don't you care for the feelings of us ordinary folk?
You have a point. But mark my words, this transgression will not go unnoticed.
Huh? You want to fight? Listen here, I may be no match for you, but I'll be sure to lodge a complaint with the Knights of Favonius. I'm sorry, but I want her to understand that I'm serious. Listen here, if you don't want things to get more unpleasant, then you'd better just stop.
Forget it. There's no point in quarreling any further. Let's go.
Itu nggak ngerasa kalau dia tuh aneh sama di mata masyarakat Mondstadt.
It's alright. This happens quite often. Let's find someone else to talk to.
Dia merasa dia
Paimon
udah
thinks we've
sopan.
seen enough now. Let's just stop. Actually, Paimon thinks we should apologize for asking you to demonstrate for us. We had no idea the feelings between the Lawrence clan and the people of Mondstadt were so bitter.
What can we do? The Lawrence name is already a dirty word among every household in Mondstadt. Even 3-year-olds know the story. I see this kind of attitude all the time.
And somehow he's managed to brush it off with love. I'm sorry to sympathize with you.
Don't worry. What with me being a knight of Favonius, they're usually willing to speak a few words with me. Perhaps my aristocratic manner of speech provoked them today. Believe me, it's not a big issue.
So this is the way things are normally for you? There's no need for them to direct their anger at you personally.
That's the way things are. Perhaps it's just fate for those who have made mistakes. Accepting punishment is only fair, right? But when your family has committed atrocities, I'm afraid there's no easy path to reconciliation. As memories are carried in the city breeze, the faults of such grievances are passed from one generation to the next. It is now my turn to bear this burden. At least I have a means of living a relatively normal life compared to the elders of my family. I have nothing to be discontented about.
So you know all along that I counter this kind
Yeah,
of things.
why were you so willing to try and demonstrate for us?
Oh, that reminds me. That last person will not escape my vengeance either. Let's leave it at that. Just think of it as something I like to do. But unfortunately, you probably didn't learn much from those conversations. It seems we have no other choice but to find more people to talk to.
No need! Besides, the Traveler's pretty sharp, and nothing gets in our way on an adventure. Paimon thinks we got the gist of it now. Right? Right? We'll just have to roll with it for now. Let's just keep Eula from getting anyone else riled up.
Well then, I'm glad you learned something. You're already halfway toward mastering aristocratic conduct. A proper manner of speech is more aesthetic than anything else. It stems from their taste for refinement. But we must also practice your bearing. I have a very effective way of training for this. Come with me to Dragonspine.
Aduh, ke Dragonspine. Dia dengan dicap agak aneh sama orang-orang Mondstadt. Emang selama ini dia di Night Favonius bersosialisasinya gimana kalau misalkan cara ngomongnya kayak gitu? Pasti lebih jauh lah. Tapi bisa-bisanya dia masih bertahan. Atau setidaknya minimal Jen masih menganggap dia salah satu knight di Favonius. Agak aneh. Ya mungkin kita bisa mencari tahu setelahnya bagaimana.
It's so
cool.
cold. Does aristocrat training really need to be done here?
If you wish to truly achieve the dignified conduct of an aristocrat, you must learn to remain composed and elegant even amidst harsh conditions. For example, you can see that part of the path up ahead is quite difficult to traverse. But a well-trained aristocrat would not only effortlessly proceed forward, but do so without a stain on their garment and their elegance fully intact.
Paimon thinks we've left the realm of aristocrats and entered the realm of adventuring. Compared to what we've already seen, this should be a piece of cake.
Should be way easier than my capabilities.
Paimon thinks so too. But you've got this in the
In
bag.
the back.
You look pretty confident this time.
You look pretty
All right,
confident.
let's get started. Remember, you must be graceful and elegant. Don't get knocked or launched into the air. That would be most unsightly.
Mau disuruh ngapain lagi nih? Reach the object without being launched. Hah? Gini kah? Maksudnya gimana sih?
Ha!
Pakai shieldnya Jongnya.
Solidify!
Udah.
Yeah.
Barang itu sampai mana? Terus? Terus itu nggak baca lagi. Ngapain dah? Oh, astagfirullahalazim. Gak jelas. Biar aman.
Stabilize!
Ya. Apa sih? Mana inian? Ih, nggak kelihatan nyaru sama bola hijaunya, pantesan. Ya Allah. Mana cukup waktunya? Cukup nggak ya? Masih nggak cukup sih. Alamak.
Not bad. A lot better than I had anticipated at least.
Eula memang wangi tapi saya masih milih Noel. Belum maghrib di sini. Ntar ya. Ntar abis maghrib aku off soalnya. Udahan. Nanti lanjut kapan-kapan. Mungkin besok atau entahlah. Soalnya agak males kalau nggak itu. Agak males jalanin story karakter. Gitu Ciko. Ntar belum maghrib di Jakarta. Aku juga prefer Ningguang. Aku tidak keduanya. Aku anak Liwe, Ciko. Not bad, less. A lot better than I had anticipated.
Paimon almost didn't make it through.
Apaan sih lu terbang aja?
Good thing we didn't get stuck. So, are we aristocrats now?
Don't flatter yourselves. This scenario was relatively simple. In the face of a real battle, one would seldom have a chance to stop and evaluate the situation. There's a ley line monolith just up ahead that will attract nearby monsters. True elegance is the ability to calmly yet swiftly make decisions in the heat of battle.
True elegance and beauty. This is how you normally train.
My family set only the highest expectations for me, even as a child. Let's proceed, shall we?
Shall we? Malesnya jalanin story-nya.
This is the ley line monolith. Go ahead, activate it.
Kurang tertarik sama ceritanya gitu.
But be careful not to get launched into the air or frozen while fighting. That would be most unsightly.
Gimana caranya nggak frozen latihannya di Dragon Spine? Pikir dong. Ingin marah aku.
Stabilize.
Ingin marah aku tuh. Pikir dong. Caranya nggak kebun gimana?
Retribution. I will have order.
15.000 doang sih.
You failed this time. What a shame.
Ya iyalah, menurut lo.
But not to worry. It's just training after all. Let's try again.
Ih, kesel deh. Ih. Vampiro-nya dikasih yang es. Jelas lah. Es sama hydro.
Gather.
Berarti
You failed this time. What a shame.
How?
But not to worry. It's just training after all. Let's try again.
Gue mana tahu ke Dragon Spine. Party gue begini bentukannya.
Solidify.
You failed this time. What a shame.
Oh man, yeah, what a shame.
But not to worry.
What a shame
It's
you
just
ngajak
training after
Ai
all.
kesini.
Let's try again.
Langsung retribution.
You failed this time. What a shame.
Susah banget.
But not to worry. It's just training after all.
Nah,
Let's
ini
try
mah
again.
menjelang maghrib cuman nyobain monolit doang ini mah.
Solidify. This is order. Time for retribution.
Masih ada lagi. Lucu banget.
Solidify. Stabilize.
Nah. Ada aja Eula.
Well done. Your performance was most impressive.
Was most impressive. Thank you.
And you managed to remain calm even in these grueling dragon spine surroundings. I'm starting to wonder if even I could have done the same.
Kalamu calm.
Given such an outstanding performance, it seems there is little left for me to teach you.
Like Paimon said, adventuring is our specialty.
Bentar ya, bentar. Lagi ada chat nih. Bentar guys. Vengeance will be mine. Seyo. Oke, kita lanjut.
So, that's it for our training, right? Then let's get out of Dragon Spine before Paimon turns into a popsicle.
Aduh, ada WA lagi. Sorry. Bentar. Oke, lanjut. Bentar, sorry. Tadi ada WA yang gak kebales. Stay of training, right? Then let's get off Dragon Spine Winter and Popsicle.
Hold on. I was commending the traveler's performance just now. You, on the other hand, seem to have made no progress at all.
Emang kagak ngapa-ngapain, Paimon beban.
What? You mean Paimon was also part of the training?
Yes, of course. You were frantically flying and dashing about throughout the entire thing. Not an elegant sight at all. Did you even listen to anything I was trying to teach you?
Hey! That's not true! Paimon was just focusing on you the whole time!
Whatever the reason, not heeding my instructions. A cause for vengeance, perhaps.
Perhaps.
Now, drink this.
Dikasih minum.
Huh? What is it? Are you trying to poison Paimon?
Nama sujonan aja, Paimon.
Certainly not. It's warm milk.
Dia dapat dari mana warm
Didn't
milk?
you just say that you were freezing? Drink it and it'll help warm you up.
So sweet. Thank you.
Are you still planning on the whole vengeance thing?
If I wasn't, then why would I care about you being cold? If you turned into a Paimon popsicle, that would ruin my plans for vengeance now, wouldn't it? So, dear friend, don't die on me out here.
Paimon knew something was off!
Thank you for looking after me.
All in the name of vengeance. No need to thank me. Now then, given that your training is complete, it's time we return to Mondstadt. Our last step will be preparing a cordial gift to present to my uncle when you meet him. I already have something in mind. Let's pay Sarah a visit at Good Hunter.
How sweet you are, Eula. Love you, but not your clan. Ini cukup manis tau Eula sebenarnya.
Listen,
Cuman kalau karakter
as long as you stick to your own
Mondstadt,
path, it doesn't matter what Mother Nature throws at you.
ada si Amber, nggak terlalu rasa gitu. Udah maghrib. Satu lagi ya. Ini abis scene ini kita kelar. Oke.
Oh, hey, Eula. I see you've met the honorary knight.
We meet again, Amber. Seems we're just bound to run into you these days.
Well, I just got back and was thinking about grabbing a bite at Good Hunter. But now that you're here, why don't we all eat together?
Very well. It's been some time since we've last shared a meal together. Come, take a seat. We can discuss my uncle's gift while we eat.
Yes? Is there something else you'd like to order?
Could you please prepare a serving of my uncle's favorite, gebratenes Fleisch mit Sauerkraut? We'll take it as a gift to him later.
Coming right up. It'll take some time to prepare. I'll have it here at the counter once it's ready.
Hold on a moment. Is this satisfying salad also something that Amber ordered?
No, she didn't order it. But because she didn't order any vegetables, I thought I'd throw in a salad on the house. You know, to contrast all the meat dishes.
So, we clearly didn't order this, yet you prepared it without authorization. Mark my words, this transgression will not go unnoticed.
You're gonna take revenge on her for giving us a free salad?
You should know me by now. That's the kind of villainous character I am.
Saranya juga udah
Well,
biasa
then,
lah ya.
Please wait a moment while I get the dish for your uncle started.
Delicious unauthorized delicacies. Sarah will pay for this.
Why would you choose gebratenes Fleisch mit Sauerkraut as a gift for your uncle? Hyman's never even heard that dish before.
This dish isn't actually on Good Hunter's menu. Only long-standing patrons such as my uncle would know about the dish. The old aristocrat seemed to take a liking to it.
Because of the sour flavor of the sauerkraut, not too many people are fond of it these days. I guess it's become less popular over time. Eula treated me to the dish once, and I couldn't even finish a bite. I've nicknamed it gebratenes Fleisch mit Vengeance ever since. Ugh.
I never expected us to have such completely different tastes in food. If I weren't in such a good mood, I'd say that constitutes grounds for transgression. Of course not. It's hard to find someone in Mondstadt that attracts contempt as much as she does.
It's fine when
And
you're
you
just
go,
joking
hi.
between
Makasih
us.
dong,
But
Amber.
I'm afraid our
juga
honorary
udah mau
knight
udahan
might
sebenarnya.
misunderstand you. Eula's always talking about vengeance, but
Thank
that's
you, yeah.
just how she is. It's nothing you should take too seriously.
Huh.
But I am serious.
Serious.
And I'll remember
Oh,
every
remember
transgression committed against me.
Ah,
It's no wonder so many people dislike you.
Dislike you.
Hyman's starting to realize that Eula is actually a very good person. There's no need to be so awkward when you
Lama
want to say
itu
something
percakapannya
nice.
gue juga udah mau kelar nih. Cepetan
Listen, you've never been labeled as a social
Well,
So that's why you wouldn't understand how hard it is for a bad person to try to be good. It's impossible for me, and I have no intention of acting like a good person. All right, no need to look so sullen. I'm just kidding.
Just kidding.
Come on, let's eat.
Let's eat.
The food is getting cold.
Oh, I'm stuffed. I'll see Sarah about the bill.
No need. I've left the mora under the plate.
Ooh.
If you try to settle it with her in person, she won't accept payment for the salad. Don't underestimate my ability to exact revenge. All right, next you should pay my uncle a visit. He has a small camp at the top of the mountain near Springvale.
aren't you coming with us, Eula?
I'm afraid that wouldn't be very convenient for me. Ah, yes. Please do remember to pick up the dish.
I still have more recon to do in the...
Let's meet again. What an interesting bunch you are.
Oh. Dasar sendiri. Dah, kelarin dulu ya. Makasih udah nonton. Udah pada bubar. Harusnya niatnya emang pas maghrib itunya. Cuman ya begitulah. Oke deh. Dadah semua. Assalamualaikum.